beloved and honored guests, please be seated. What an entrance that was, right? Watch out, Lady Gaga. That was beautiful. We are gathered here today to witness my debut as a wedding officiant and to unite Hailey Sculthorp and Wesley Beshel in the holy bonds of matrimony. I'd like to begin by thanking each of you for being here on this very special evening. You are here today because you are someone important in the lives of Hailey and Wes, and also for the promise of an open bar. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kaylee. You can call me Pastor Kaylee for the remainder of the day. And I am Hailey's cousin and nanny and lawyer. So over the years, that means that I'm also now Wesley's cousin and nanny and lawyer. And if you didn't know, these roles come with responsibilities. Yes, y'all know what I'm talking about. Nanny, help us with our school paper. Nanny, help us with Equifax. Nanny, terminate our lease. Nanny, close in our house. Nanny, we need help with Equifax again. And now today, Nanny, officiate our wedding. So here we are. And in all seriousness, they couldn't have chosen a better officiant. And so I asked them how they wanted their wedding, and they said, you know, I could do whatever I wanted. So let's get this party started, huh? I'm going to start with a story, the beautiful love story of Hailey and Wes. For those of you who don't know, it goes a little something like this. Hailey and Wes met about 8 years ago at the Cabrini Winter Formal, where they probably slow and fast danced. Hailey was 15 and Wes was 17. 2 weeks later, they went to the senior dance and Wes kept her out 3 hours past curfew. But it was not his fault because he did not drive to the after party. And then they went to the ring dance together, and where he asked her, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And she said yes. And so as you can see, this has been about 8 years in the making. And probably everyone here has watched them grow up and has watched them grow up together as best friends. After high school, they continued their journey together, where they both attended Southeastern and had their firstborn, Bray. The black and gray Catahoula that was intended to walk down the aisle this evening, but got a little rowdy yesterday. Then they were engaged at the Roosevelt in December, when it's beautifully decorated with Christmas trees and lights. And I was there that night, and as Hailey and I walked in, her eyes lit up and she says, "This would be a great place to get engaged." And within minutes, she was. Wes was there on one knee, and he said, "Will you marry me?" They recently purchased their first home on Summerbrook Avenue. Doesn't that sound lovely? Summerbrook Avenue. It has a nice ring to it. Yeah. That's for today. Where they had their second child, RJ, the black lab that was supposed to walk down the aisle today. And then here they are today, getting married. And I asked Hailey what marriage meant to her. And she said, "You get to be with your best friend forever." And I asked Wes what marriage meant to him. And he said, "It's a huge step that you take when you truly love each other." And then I asked Siri what marriage meant to her. And she said, "You get to annoy one person for the rest of your life." How I'm doing? I've met and chatted with Hailey and Wes over the years, and most recently. And they said some pretty nice things about each other. That's good. Hailey described Wes as loyal and respectful and generous. She said he matches my chillness and is her sound of reason and her listener. Wes said Hailey is loyal, kind, and funny. He said she is my fun, and that they are on par with everything. Hailey admires the fact that Wes gets along with everyone and will make a great dad. And she would have taken him on the bachelorette party if she could have. Wes wished Hailey was on his bachelor party. And he looks forward to having a family with Hailey and more animals and maybe even a barn. Yeah, barn. So this is the part where I'm supposed to talk about marriage and give marriage advice. But since I'm about the last person to give any kind of marriage advice, I have to do some research on this part, and this is what I've been told. Creating a successful marriage is like forming. You have to start over again every day. There's going to come a point in time when sex will become a distant yet wonderful memory.
Yeah, she said that. She said that.
I'm not looking at you.
And finally, the most remarkable moment in life is when you meet the person that you can't spend another day living without. And then so Nanny leaves you with the following words. Being successful at anything takes work. Relationships and marriage take work. They take love and loyalty, commitment and dedication and patience, trust and respect. Continue to date each other and learn from each other and evolve together and individually. And when times get rough, and they will get rough, remember this day and the vows that you are about to exchange. There are no words more sacred. Okay, so now that you know what you've signed up for, you may now exchange your vows.
Everyone asks, how do I know you're the one? They say, how do I know I don't need to explore my options since we were so young? What I want you and everyone to know is the reason I know I don't need to explore my options is because I wake up every day knowing you're the person I want forever. I never question being with you forever. I never question it, Wes. I have tons of things I question in my life, but never you. That is something that will never change. From the time I was a sophomore in high school, I have been yours 100%. And from this day forward, I'm still yours. For better or for worse, for sickness and health, till death do us part. Wesley Beshel, I am yours.
We're not there yet. Not there yet.
Yeah, I guess it's my turn. I'm gonna get loud. I said I wasn't gonna cry, and I'm not gonna cry until after these vows, probably. I've always been good at speeches, and you know this. But today isn't just a regular speech, it's a vow to you. People tell me all the time that the phrase, words cannot explain blank. And you could fill that blank with whatever. but words cannot explain the love that I have for you. My love is eternal to you, and the only way I can show that or give you that words cannot explain is by physically showing you that. My compassion for you is eternal. It's your eternal present. I will always be there for you. I will always be there for you, no matter what. I'm your present to you every Christmas. But I will always be your protector, your shoulder to cry on, and dare say it in front of your family, your lover. I will always be there for you no matter what. Whenever you have a problem, you come to me and I can solve anything, because you know I'm good at fixing things. I love you, Hailey, and I'll always love you. I will always be there for you. That's our vows.
That was beautiful. The bride and groom will now exchange rings. Hailey and Wesley have chosen these rings to represent the unbreakable circle of life and love. Please place them on each other's ring fingers and repeat after me. As a sign of my love, that I have chosen you, above all else, with this ring, I thee wed. You may now kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Beshel.